Welcome back to our channel here at InstaFix, and today we are doing a MacBook screen repair. To be exact, it's the A2337 MacBook screen. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because we are replacing this screen with a screen that doesn't have the Apple logo. Let me show you. So we have this package. I personally never used this type of screen. However, the customer did request for the cheapest screen we can get him. And from my understanding, these aren't bad screens. However, I never used one. This doesn't have the Apple logo on it. We do use aftermarket screens here quite often, and the majority of them do have the Apple logo, except this one. Is that a legality issue? I don't know, honestly, and I feel like it could be. How do they get away with it when they are using it with the logo? No clue. Yep, as you can see, I don't know if I'd personally ever have one of these. Seems a little weird. It looks like one of those MacBooks that you see in movies, right? When they have a MacBook, but they cover the logo. Kind of like that, right? No logo. So we're gonna go see functionality of this and see how well it is. Let's get started. And that's out, and that's out. Lots of stickers. I like it. This model, you just pop it open, just like this, and you definitely want to remove that last screw, right? If you guys are curious to see why we are replacing the screen, if it's on, I can show it to you. Oh yeah, clearly. Yeah, you guys can probably see that. First things first is we are unplugging it from the battery. Batteries for this guy is right about there. So that is where the battery connector, we lift this hinge right here. Once that's lifted, you can just pull back and that unplugs it. Always the most important thing is to unplug the battery. Now let's remove this antenna on top. All right, remove that screw, pop this off. Why do I feel like this computer screen has been replaced before? Look, there's some fingerprints. Can you guys see those fingerprints right here? This has been opened, huh? And those screws, that screw, the black one, has some white on it, meaning the black paint has been scratched off. And the same with this one. Yeah, you can tell. So that tells me this may have been replaced before in the past, or possibly working after another technician. Which, if you know by now, if you've watched my other videos, I'm not a big fan of doing that. Sometimes other technicians leave us surprises that we become responsible for. And who likes to be responsible for surprises that are not calculated? I mean, for now, it looks okay. These are basic repairs. It shouldn't be too complicated. I'm just looking for anything at this point to confirm. Nothing yet. If this antenna comes off easily, that tells me this. Oh, I don't know. Has this been worked on before? This is the original screen. Or it's an OEM screen. I can't say the original because it could have just been repaired and another OEM screen was installed instead of an aftermarket. Okay. Antenna has been removed. Put this guy aside. And we are almost done. We'll use if you've watched my other MacBook screen repairs, you would know to remove only 2 screws on each side. Keep the last screw for last. And then open, oops, don't open that. Open this, and then now remove the last screw on the top hinge. And we'll remove the last screw at the bottom hinge. Done. Pop the screen off, just like that. And now we grab this screen, the one without the Apple logo. Both of these hinges need to be opened, which can be sometimes a little scary. So we need to do it in a manner which we don't damage the screen underneath. Good. Okay, that's one. Let's see if we can do the other side. And that's 2. It's scary doing that. And then I believe we have to also cut this tape. Pick up the computer from here, that cable that we to make sure to stay inside of the computer, not the outside of it. It needs to be on the inside where the cables are. The hinges need to fit in place. Now everything looks to be right. We'll install those last 2 screws that we removed, and we're just gonna reverse our steps. We're already more than halfway done with this repair, and it is exactly 10 minutes in. Oh, that's crazy. We can tell customers we can do this repair in 20 minutes. Whew. Actually, I'm pretty sure we can do it faster than 20 minutes. All right, what's next? Hinges. Let's finish up the remaining hinges. We have 2 here, 2 there. Install these 2 here first. The customer, I believe, saved about $200 by going with this screen that does not have the Apple logo. In his defense, it's being covered with this shell right here, so you don't need that Apple logo. I think the customer did a smart move here. Personally, I would not do it. I mean, I kind of always want the Apple logo. That's on a personal level, but if it's probably for my child or my kid that has it covered, yeah, maybe I would have done the same thing. Let's go ahead and screw in the black screws. That's, I believe, the T5. And then we'll screw in the screws on the side of the antenna. That screwed in. We've got those two antennas. Be delicate. 1 and 2. Good. Let's cover them. And perfect. Let's go ahead and plug in the screen cable. I wish I heard that satisfying click. I did not, however, it is clicked in. I am going to remove the T5, I'll add the T4. I don't want to risk the stripping of these screws. So tell me, have you guys been enjoying our videos here at InstaFix? Do you like our recordings? Is this the first time you see this video? First time you see this channel? How did you guys find this video? Let me know, I am interested. We do want to improve our videos and so we can continue to make more in the future and a lot better than what we currently have today. So give me some feedback. And we are almost done here. All I need to do here is just plug in this battery connector. We'll close that latch that we removed initially. I think that is it. Quick repair. That was exactly 15 minutes and 26 seconds. That was pretty quick, I gotta admit, even for myself. I don't do any speed runs, but if I did, I can probably finish this one in 10 minutes? No, 10 minutes too quick. I'd probably say maybe 13 minutes. That's my speed run. I am closing this up without even testing. I should probably test actually, because this is a screen that does not have the Apple logo. That looks so weird. Take a look at a wider angle. Yeah, weird looking MacBook, but things should be okay. And I think this should also need some charge, right? Let's see. Will that be powerful enough to give it a boost? Oh, there it is. Screen is showing perfectly fine, no damage. We are good. Go ahead and close this back up and give a call to the customer. Hi there, this is YZ with InstaFix. Just wanted to let you know the laptop that was brought in, the MacBook, has been repaired and it's ready for pickup. Thank you for your time. We'll see you guys later. Okay, so we are pretty much done here. I've got one last screw and just wanted to let you guys know. Thank you for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.